What's going on, people, and welcome to my match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game. Carabao Cup, Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 3. I said in the preview that Newcastle were going to want revenge after that final last year, and they got it. Knocked us out earlier this season in the Cup, in the same competition. They'll be delighted, and they deserved it. I feel like the pressure they put on us throughout the game, they deserved it. They work harder than us. They've got a great chemistry. There's a happy-go-feel vibe about that club. Everyone works for each other and works for the manager and the owners and the board. Like, they are a blueprint of how to do it properly, and we're nowhere near it. I predicted us to lose this game 2-1, and it ends up worse in terms of the scoreline being 3-0. Did expect us to lose, but again, literally, like I say every time when we lose, it's worse than I predicted in terms of just the manner of which we get beat. But with these players, it's never going to change. So unless we have a complete overhaul and everything changes around this club, and not just the players, but the players as well, it's never going to change. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not particularly angry because I've seen this for ages now, and I expect it, which is a sad thing. Hull now moves on to the next round of the competition, and they deserve it. They really do, and they made it hard for us in that final last year, so full respect to them. I'm a big fan of what they're doing, and it's a shame that United has fallen so far as it has, because the fans don't deserve it, I don't think, or a lot of them don't. I don't. Player ratings, Anana, I gave him a 4. I don't think he had a particularly great game. Maybe could do better on 1 or 2 of the goals, but I don't think he's really at fault for a lot of it. Maybe could have covered the angles a bit better on a couple of them, but maybe you're picking at stuff. But I'd give him a 4. Lindelof, 4. Don't think he had a terrific game. I couldn't give him an average because we shipped 3 goals. So, yeah, 4. Delo, 3. I thought he had a horrible game, Delo, for his standards. Miscontrolling the ball, giving things away, getting caught for pace, gets caught for the Almiron goal, gets done for pace, and just the want and fighting for the ball. He just taking needlessly outlandish long-range shots, just panicking. Yeah, just not at the level that we know he can deliver. So 3 for Delo. Maguire, 4. His pace got exposed again. He looks clumsy. Yeah, I'm just not impressed with him. He shouldn't be playing. And another below par performance, 4. Reguilon, I gave him an average. I had him as a 6 for a lot of the game, but then I felt like he was at fault for, I can't remember what goal it was. It might have been the 3rd one. But I felt like he gave the ball away and it led to one of the goals. But still, I still think he was better he was the best out of the defence. I thought he tried, and before that mistake he made, he was one of our consistent performers, I think. So, average for Reguilon. Mabry, I like that we're giving him opportunities at times, but he was shocking yesterday. Pretty much on the floor every time I saw him. Lightweight, gets pushed off and muscled off the ball too easily. He's always going to work, but he gets bookings far too easily, picks up too many yellows, and it just didn't work yesterday, and rightfully got subbed. 3. Casemiro, gave him an average, got subbed at half-time, which I was a bit surprised by, but it's probably just fitness, and they want to protect him and build his fitness back up. But yeah, I don't think we would have won the game if he'd have stayed on, but maybe we would have done a bit better for a bit longer. 5. Anthony, I actually gave him a 5, and he was my man of the match. I do think he had a few wayward shots that were terrible, but I felt like he had some good link-up play at times and passes to other people that could have got assists at times. He wasn't terrific, but it's not the worst I've seen him, so I would personally give him man of the match if you were to force me. Mount, 4. I've been wanting Mount to get an opportunity for a while, but I don't feel like he lived up to it yesterday. Weren't on the ball enough. He had 1 shot from long range at one point, but other than that, really wasn't in the game enough for me. 4, disappointing. Garnacho, 5, average. He tried to make things happen at times, but just, you know, when that one player's trying to force it and trying to make things happen because no one else is, he was kind of doing that at times, but not getting any rewards because other players weren't reading what he was doing, or he'd just do a bit too much and lose the ball, or not terrible, but yeah. 5. Martial, I gave him a 3. He didn't have any service, but I felt like a few times he did see the ball briefly, but he'd give it away or just not read a pass as to, because he'd have to move a bit and he wouldn't. So I don't think he had a great game, even despite not having the ball a lot. His runs off the ball and stuff were not good for me, and anticipation was poor in the body language. So I gave him a 3. And then the subs, we had Aaron Wan-Bissaka come back after a long time out, which is good to see him. A lot of people thought he was man of the match, and I wouldn't be mad at that. I thought he did well when he came on. I gave him an average 5. Bruno come on for Magpie, but I feel like he was just as effective as Magpie, which was non-existent. Don't think he was good at all. Yeah, just wasn't effective. Amrabat, 4, came on. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't great. Rashford, poor. Came on for Garnacho, but look, if you're getting a 3, which is what I gave him, it's not good. And I don't think he was good at all. And Højlund came on and actually thought he did okay again for the time he was on. Gave him a 5. We fought for every ball. He was quite strong. Didn't have a lot of service though, but did okay. And Ten Hag, I'd give him a 4 because we knew coming into this that Newcastle were going to be at us for revenge for that final last year. And I only disagreed with 2 of the players he started in the game. So in terms of his starting 11, I wasn't mad at. But then the subs and the players that did start and play didn't perform enough. And the subs didn't impact enough for me either. And he looks like he's give up on the sideline, if I'm honest. Just shaking his head at times and that. But he looks like he's lost. And he looks like he's give up. But I'm not saying any other manager will come in and do a better job. I'm not saying that at all. I just feel like he looks like he's lost for answers, like everyone does when they take charge of his club, because of the amount of issues and problems there are, deep-rooted. Give him a 4 because we lost the game. I don't think his subs worked. Tactically, we don't look like we've got a style. It's just moments again. So, man of the match for me, Anthony, but there was a few that I had at average that could have got it. But yeah. No one really deserves a man in a match when you're losing 3-0 at home in the fashion we did. All respect to Newcastle. As I said, they're doing wonderful things and I'm not surprised by it. A lot of people are, but I predicted this coming even before the season started. And they're proving it. Shout out to everyone supporting. Catch you soon.